Good morning, students. I welcome you to the online class. This is Standard 8 Subject Physics, and my name is Amos Michael, Department of Physics. And we are going to learn about the chapter number 7, Sound. So, this is the continuation of the previous class. So, let's see. What are the learning objectives? So, we are going to learn about the characteristics of sound wave. So, that is called pitch and quality. And then noise and music. So, first one is pitch. Pitch of a sound depends on the frequency. We know that what you mean by frequency is. Frequency is nothing but the number of vibrations made per second is called frequency. So, pitch of a sound is directly proportional to the frequency. That is, if the frequency of vibration is low, the sound produced has a low pitch. On the other hand, if the frequency of vibration is high, then the sound produced has a high pitch. Okay, basically the men's voice has a low frequency, so it has a low pitch, whereas women's voice has a high frequency. So the voice of a small boy has a high frequency than the voice of a woman. So the pitch of a baby voice is higher than that of a woman. And the sound having high frequency is said to be a shrill. Characteristics of sound by which we can distinguish between different sounds of the same loudness. For example, we can distinguish between the men's voice and women's voice even without seeing them, because men's voice and women's voice differ in their pitch. Men's voice flat and having low pitch, whereas women's voice shrill. It's a shrill, that is, it's having a high pitch sound. That is, the frequency will be more. From this, the frequency of vibration of an object increases. The pitch of sound also increases. The membrane of a drum vibrates with a low frequency. Therefore, a drum produces a low pitch sound, as you see in the picture. On the other hand, the air in a whistle vibrates with a high frequency, due to which the whistle produces a sound having higher pitch. The sound produced by a whistle is said to be a shrill. The bird makes a high pitched sound, whereas a lion makes a low pitched roar. You know, the lion will be roaring and the bird will be singing, isn't it? Yes, the roar of a lion is, however, very loud, whereas the sound produced by a bird is completely quite feeble, that is, shrill one. Quality. Quality is the characteristics of a sound which enables us to distinguish between the sounds produced by different producing objects, even if they are same loudness and pitch. You know what do you mean by loudness? Loudness is the intensity of sound. In other words, in technically we will say amplitude. So even if there are same loudness and pitch, the sound produced by different musical instruments like sitar, flute, piano, violin, guitar, etc. can be distinguished by their quality. We can distinguish between the sounds produced by sitar and a flute even without seeing the musical instruments and the musician. Therefore, this is because the sound produced by sitar and flute, they are differ in quality. The sound produced by different singers can be distinguished by their quality. Distinguish between the sound produced by sitar and the flute even without seeing these musical instruments is called a quality. Similarly, we can distinguish between the sounds produced by the singers like SPB and Hariharan by listening to their songs on radio even without seeing them. This is also because the sound produced by SPB and Hariharan, they differ in quality. So the quality of sound produced by different musical instruments or different singers is different because they produce sound waves of different shapes. The quality of a sound is known as timbre. Take a metal ruler and place it near the edge of a table. The large part of the ruler projects out of the tabletop. The other end of the ruler is pressed firmly on the table with our hand. Now we press the free end of the ruler downwards with our other hand. The free end of the ruler starts vibrating and produces a low pitched sound. Now decrease the vibrating length of the ruler which is projecting out of the table. We again press the free end of the ruler. Now the ruler starts vibrating faster and produces a high pitched sound. From this, when we decrease the length of the vibrating ruler, it vibrates faster and the frequency goes on increasing. And this increase in frequency vibration leads to production of high pitched sound. Noise and music. We hear different type of sounds in our day-to-day life. Some of the sounds are unpleasant to hear, whereas some of the sounds are pleasant to hear. The unpleasant sounds are around us are called noise. So the unpleasant sounds are called noise. Noise is produced by the irregular vibrations of sound producing sources. Example, running of a mixer grinder, blowing of horns of motor vehicles, bursting of crackers, shattering of glass, taking off and landing of the aeroplanes are called noise. So the various sounds coming from the construction site is also called noise. The sounds which are pleasant to hear are called musical sounds or music. Musical sounds are produced by the regular vibrations of the sound source. Example of musical sounds: the strings of a sitar, sound produced by a harmonium, the speakers of radio, stereo systems, and televisions. We enjoy the musical sounds because they give pleasant sensation in our ears. If, however, a musical sound becomes too loud, it would become a noise. This happens when a band plays loudly during a marriage procession. That's all, my dear students. I hope that you would understand the concept clearly. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.